everybody, it's Jay Obertans at Rorick Mazda. So, you know, I got to thinking I could take 5 minutes and upload a video I sent somebody else, or I could just take another add-on 5 minutes and just make you your own video. And that way it was a little bit more personable, but you could really see it as it was today. So again, just to recap, this is the 2017 Impreza. It is their sport line. So it is going to rank out a little bit even above their limited trim and have quite a few cues. So you'll see that you have sort of the beefed up rockers that kind of kick up towards the back to go with the body contours. You have the larger 18-inch sort of darked out alloy wheels. And then kind of going along to the rear, you have that big lip spoiler here on the back. Now, condition-wise, this was actually a lease. They had 1 month left in the lease and they were going to return it. And the interesting thing is Subaru's capital lending service is the same as Mazda's. So it worked out to their benefit that they were able to trade it in. Now, the reason why I mentioned it was a lease, they had their pre-inspection done before they turned it in and it ranked out absolutely perfect. So from a condition standpoint, there's no dents, dings, scrapes, scratches. It was one owner. It was purchased locally at a Subaru store that was literally about a half a mile down the road. They since have relocated about 8 miles up the road, but clean Carfax, and kind of even just going along the side here. You'll see quarter to the back door. You don't see any dents, dings, scrapes, or scuffs, so there's nothing that we're hiding. This car is in excellent condition. Tires, brakes, and rotors all had to pass the inspection. They are 50% above life. Down in the bumper, you'll kind of see those 4 little LED dots, which is going to be your fancy sort of daytime running light. I kind of feel like Audi started that whole craze in the early 2000s where they had like all the blue lights and the headlights and stuff, so everyone followed suit after. And then kind of just going along the driver's side, same thing. No dents, dings, scrapes, or scratches here. And then you will see, obviously, symmetrical all-wheel drive. Nothing I gotta get into. That's sort of what Subaru built their entire reputation on. And then you kind of have the Sport that's outlined in orange. I say orange for a reason if we kind of go up there, because you'll see some of that orange color carry through, and then you'll have your big exhaust pipe, which is your 2.5 Boxster engine is what Subaru uses. So if we go to the rear real quick, that was a letdown because I gotta unlock the car first. So let me click the unlock button here. So you'll see some of that orange trim that carries through this interior, kind of all the way up the headrest and up the sides here. You'll see on the armrest on the door, and then you kind of have that carbon fiber-like looking trim. Now, obviously, Subaru also built their entire reputation on safety, so you're going to have airbags galore and also safety features. The advanced key just means as long as the key is in your pocket or like your daughter's purse or something, you'll see these little ridges right here. So she can just walk up and grab the door handle. And when she does, it senses she has the key, unlocks, and then it'll open up the door. Likewise, she can just tap those ridges and it'll go ahead and lock for her. Now, interior-wise, you'll kind of see pretty classy design. You have a big touchscreen in the middle, sort of an information display up on top of the dash. You'll kind of see that stitching and carbon fiber-like trim pull through. Even in the steering wheel, it has the orange stitching up the center console. And then these very bucketed kind of sport seats for the trim level sport. And if I hop in here, because I am freezing, my God. If she loves music, one awesome little feature, this was an extra add-on. You will see all of the speakers in here are the Harman Kardon upgraded stereo system. You'll kind of see it again over there. Brr is all I can say. Now, an awesome thing is you're going to see Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So depending upon what device your daughter has, when she's connected into the USB port, this whole screen becomes her apps. Meaning that anything that she sees on her phone is up here. So let's say that she has Apple. She could just say, hey Siri, take me to Starbucks. And all of her directions go up here as opposed to her phone. Or she could say, Siri, text my dad. I'll be there in 10 minutes or something like that. Or if she needs messages or any music like Spotify or anything, same way with her Android Auto, you'll see she has access to Pandora as well. Now, of course, if I shift into reverse, something that you'd expect is a backup camera. Go ahead and click that. And then you'll see that we can go to the phone. Of course, you're going to have Bluetooth. You'll see some of those controls there. Verifying mileage, there is. It's difficult to see because my iPad doesn't want to focus on it. Let me actually dim the interior lights a bit so that way we can see it a bit better. 28,821 miles, and then you'll see that you kind of have that little digital speedometer in the middle for kind of that sport feel. You do also have blind spot monitoring in the car, so there'll be these little indicators that will light up in the side mirrors to let you know if someone's kind of on the left or right side of the car. You'll kind of see that orange light there. And then the good news is, if she's part of the 2% of the Pittsburgh region that actually uses her turn signal, if she puts on a signal, that's going to start flashing really rapidly to grab her attention that, hey, do not go in that lane, you'll cause an accident. Now, if she parks in a garage or anything, you'll see that you have the cool looking frameless auto rear view mirror with the compass, but also the home link button so she can program her garage door opener. She does have the SOS button, so if she needs to immediately contact emergency services, but if she was ever involved in an accident that the airbags went off, it automatically pages her into 911. I'm sure you've seen the commercials like for OnStar and stuff, very similar concept. And of course, you'll see the sunroof up there also. Now, what I'm gonna do here, heated seats, definitely a must. Mine's on high. And it certainly feels nice. 2 keys present, so you'll see it's just kind of a fob because, again, everything is push button start right here. And you got paddle shifters, so being the sport trim, of course, if you want to kind of do it yourself, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and just back this car back up in its parking spot. If you do me a favor and do not tell my insurance company, which I will let it remain unknown, that I'm actually filming in a moving vehicle, because the last thing they need is another excuse to drop me from the policy. Put that in there, set the brake, and we'll go ahead and shut this off here. So of course there's going to be a couple other features and things to talk about, but I just figured that overall this would be sort of a good indicator of not only condition, but learning a little bit more about it, since obviously you don't live directly in our backyard, to say. Now, last but not least, I did mention the Rorick Advantage. Something kind of very unique about us and our customer service standing is that anytime that this vehicle is serviced here in Pittsburgh at our dealership, her maintenance is free. So all of her oil changes, her inspections, loaner cars, so that way, even if she just plans a day trip with maybe some of her girlfriends to go to the movies or go shopping or something, she can drop off the car, hop in one of our vehicles, and come back later in the day, pick it up, and it costs her nothing. But again, I appreciate it, Eddie. I'm going to upload this, get it over to email, and I'll just look forward to your text or email or something if you guys would like to swing out sort of in the early afternoon or what. So thanks again.